Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sonam Arora, Assistant Professor LJ Integrated MBA. Welcome you all to the next video session on cost of capital. So when we talk about the word composite cost of capital, it is an element mix of debt capital, preference capital, equity capital and retained earning. In this particular session, we are going to discuss about the debt capital and preference capital. So when we talk about the word debt, the debt may be either long term or short term. The cost is of interest which company has to pay. So when we talk about the word debt, it include of your long term and short term loan. It is your debenture, it may be your bonds. But in this particular session, we restrict ourselves to the debenture, and the person who is issuing the debenture is a company, and the person who is going to buy these debenture are called as debenture holder. But the interest is not the real cost attached with that, as interest on that is a tax deductible expenditure. Further, the expenses related to the issue of debenture also existed, like your floating cost. Debenture is of multiple type, but in this particular session we are strict towards the redeemable and irredeemable debenture in nature. Now look at the irredeemable debenture, or we can call this as a perpetual debt. Here I use the word KD. So K stands for cost, D stands for debt, and BT stands for the before tax. When we talk about the irredeemable debentures are those debentures which never ever redeemed in their lifetime. So the formula here is interest upon principal, because these type of the debenture holder only earn the interest. Because it is not going to redeemed in their lifetime, it means the principal will never cover up. So the formula here is interest upon principal. But in case of debenture issued on premium or discount, the formula will become interest upon sales proceeds, or you can use the word interest upon net proceed. Now when we talk about the after tax cost, because I already told you the cost here is on before tax. So what happened if we are going to do the calculation on after tax cost? So it is your KD80. Here the word 80 denotes the after tax. It is your KDBT 1 minus tax. It means if your tax rate is 40%, you are going to multiply KDBT with 0.60%. Now look at the cost of redeemable debt. So remember, we already discussed about the irredeemable debt. Now what exactly your redeemable debt is? Redeemable debentures are those debentures which are going to agreement under which a firm issuing a debenture agree to repay the borrowed sum. It means you can say the principal on a specified date or after a specified time duration. Now this time duration is different for a particular debenture holder. It may be 5 year, 10 year, 15 year, that depend from debenture to debenture. This will help to provide principal amount of investment to investment rather than the coupon rate only. Now the word coupon rate here is for the interest rate. Now look at the formula. The formula is I plus 1 upon N. Here I stands for interest, N stands for the number of year, RV minus NP. So here we are having two different value. One is your RV, that is redeemable value, and second is your NP, that is your issue value. So remember, every time never get confused with the RV and IV. So RV is your redeemable value, IV, which is also called as NP, that is your issued value, upon 1 by 2 of RV plus NP, or you can say it is an average of your issued rate and redeemable value. Multiply by 100, because we are going to convert it into the percentage. So this is the formula for the redeemable debt before tax. Similarly, when we are doing the calculation for after tax, you have to do it same like we did it in the irredeemable example. Now look at the preference capital. The cost of preference share is divided rate payable on them. So when we talk about the debt capital, it is your interest rate. When we talk about the preference capital, it is your dividend rate. Unlike interest payment on debt, dividend payable on preference share is not tax deductible item, because whenever we do the calculation of the dividend, we always do it on the PAT, that is your profit after tax. So the calculation of the interest and tax is already done. Because the preference dividend is not a charge earning on the item of expenditure. It is over and above your tax calculation. It is the appropriation of your earning which is divided among the preference first, and if remains, it divided to the equity share capital. In another word, they are paid out of after tax earning for the company. Again, like we classified the debt capital, here we classified the preference capital into irredeemable and redeemable. Now when we talk about the irredeemable preference shares, these are the preference shares which can only be redeemed at the time of the liquidation of the company. It means the life of the company is the life of a preference share. These shares do not have any incorporated clause with respect to their redemption. It means they are for lifetime and thus cannot be bought back at the choice of the issuing company. So these type of shares are mostly given to the promoters. Now when we talk about the formula, it is as similar to your irredeemable debenture. So in irredeemable debenture, it is interest upon NP, and in irredeemable preference share, it is D upon NP. So here the word D stands for dividend. Now when we talk about redeemable preference share, the redeemable preference shares are those preference shares that have a predetermined redemption clause at the time of their issue. The issuing company has a right to redeem it. It means it can buy back its shares from the market on the predetermined redemption price as well as on the predetermined date or a period specified. Now look at the formula. It is KP. Now KP is cost of preference. We didn't use the word BT or AT in the bracket because I already told you the cost of preference is always after tax. So it is D plus RV minus NP divided by N. Here RV is your redeemable value, NP is your issued value, and N stands for your number of year divided by 1 by 2 of RV plus NP, or we can say the average of RP and NP. In this way we do the calculation of your redeemable preference share. So in this particular video session we discuss about the cost of debt and cost of preference share. And on next video session we discuss about the cost of equity capital and cost of retained earnings. Till then, thank you. Keep safe.